The midriff is found at the floating rib on the side, the distance between that and the hip. With most people, this is collapsed, and we have to learn to stretch it upward. So I'm going to manually stretch him. Let me do it for you. Maybe you'll do it yourself. Okay, you from here down, from hip down, he sink. Go ahead, sink. And I raise him up. Now relax. And he is here. You may notice he's slightly taller now, and your height will increase as the little minute spaces between the vertebrae open up and innervate. Okay, next we have the Dan Tien in the front and what we call the Mingmen in the back here. And at this point I'm going to digress and explain finding the center. We want to be aware of 5 points below the navel, 3 finger, 4 finger, whatever, or the navel area in general. The next point, about, the next point, about 2 or 3 inches inside the body, along this center line, between the front and the back. And then the next point we want to be aware of is roughly the dead center between the front and the back. This is going to be our focal point. The other 2 points we want to be aware of are the Mingmen, which is if you drew a line from this front point and it went all the way through the body, it would come out to here on the spine. And at where it comes on the spine, this is the spine vertebrae here are between 2 and 3 inches thick at the low lumbar. So the 4th point is on the inside of those vertebrae, inside the body, somewhere here. Okay, thanks. And the final point out here at the back. Okay? Now, the whole key for finding the center is to find the center from the back. So we move our feeling, our consciousness, from this point below the navel if we drew a circle, inside the body about 3 inches to the inside of the vertebra, and then roughly we estimate halfway through the body, and we hold our attention there. Now our attention will drift and our feeling will go all over the place, but we just gently accept that and bring it back, finding from the back. The easiest way, you'll feel your back, you feel your front, and you may even want to put your hands on them. Go ahead. And you can feel those, and then you'll find a place in between, and put your hand down, and that's it. Okay. Now, finishing off here now, the superior iliac crest, the bone up here, the hip bone, and the area around here, and the sacrum area, all the way down to the crease of the butt, and down to where the thighs attach in here and down to the pubic bone is called the qua. And the qua is considered the biggest joint of the body. And when everything moves in this area, which is very complex, it moves throughout your entire body. Okay. So from here, we now have to be aware of what do we do with the leg. Now, originally, they taught that you would stand like this, very low. And we avoid this at the beginning right now. This was the old tradition of martial arts where the lower you stand, the more chi pressure is forced through the body. But for healing and for opening things up, we want to actually avoid this pressure until it creates itself naturally through our the kung fu of our practice, the perseverance, time, and effort of our practice. So we're sinking down, letting everything drop down. As the weight drops down, you want to allow the front weight to go down the front thighs, the front shins here, and into the front. Straight down and in towards the ball of the foot. The middle of the weight, same thing, through the middle. And the back, all this tissue from the back. If you drew a line here, as this want to feel, your arm want to feel like your spine and your bone is a coat hanger, and your muscles are the coat, and they hang loosely and relaxed, but connected, and this is true all the way. Okay, and so this back area, these back muscles relax back, this direction. We want things to come off the bone that have been stuck. In order to do that, they must relax.